Hello, everybody. What is up? I am Grape here, and I'm joined here with a special guest.
Duck MC, once again, boys, here for the big game.
Yes, yes, yes. Dauntless versus Minemen. Playoff round two. Whoever wins goes against Paradox in the quarterfinals tomorrow in Oriental Kingdom. Tell me, what are your thoughts, Duck?
I mean, I honestly think Dauntless has this in the bag. I've never seen Minemen actually play live. I've seen them on stream, and I still always I'm going to stay true. I think Dauntless will have this. I think they have a higher skill level than them, more experience. What are your thoughts, Grape?
I mean, this honestly comes down to, I think, just skill and performance. I mean, Dauntless is again tier 1 number one in the BCL, coming to Battle Bridges to try to win it all. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. I mean, what I've been noticing with Dauntless is that even though they are one of the best, they haven't been playing, in my opinion, as good as they usually can be. I mean, just looking at like the past couple games, I mean, if Bit first game of Battle Bridges dropped them down to two players, moving over gets down by say one. They always lose a couple. You know what I mean? They haven't really had a good game so
Yeah,
far.
I
I
think
mean,
they've had one clean sweep against one team,
Chroma.
but that is yeah, Chroma. But besides that, yeah, there's definitely teams out there that have put up a great fight against Dauntless. Although Dauntless has won in the end, there are definitely teams out there that put up great fights. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if my men took this game.
Very much so. Same with me. But nonetheless, I am gonna have to say that I think Dauntless will somehow clutch it and make it and pull off into playoffs number two, into quarterfinals. We'll get past playoffs number two into the quarterfinals. Looking over though, I mean, it is a 10v10, which does show very good. I mean, like no team has a lack of players, which is always good to see. Because I mean, that is such a bad way just to lose a
Does
game.
just start off,
Yeah, to
yeah,
start
just start
off.
off without like one less player. Like that just makes honestly the difference. And we think of it most of the time in just team fights, but previous to the game, starting out with no player and them the other team maybe having like one extra player, that just means extra resources for them. That's one more person mining, one more person getting wood, and one more person getting food, one more person getting gravel. It honestly, like, since this is such a heavy team based game, having all your players is definitely something that you need.
Very much so. So tell me, look at the kits and tell me like how are the kit setups in general? Like, is it more
Yeah,
like a
I
defense?
was I was looking at that recently. It looks like both of them are running relatively the same lineup. It seems just a standard lineup. There's no fully attack. They both teams have like one brawler, maybe two berserkers, maybe two brawlers, one berserker, and they both have Apple, three miners. Yeah, all of them basically have the same lineup. It just seems kind of standard. Because on this map, honestly, it I think it is hard to be more of the attacker because just because of the ice and the abuse that the defenders can put on you. And I think the strats here for both teams might be to just play defensive. It looks like here, none of them are running bomber because that is banned, correct?
Yes, it's banned on Iceland, and only max of three destructors on Iceland as well. But
Oh, okay.
who really uses destructor?
Yeah, who would run three disruptors? That's a clown. JK, if anyone's out there.
If
Uh,
we all are proud destructor fans,
yeah, honestly though,
keep
on
on
this map,
destructing.
I've noticed. I mean, when you played the tournament with me back, like what,
2014,
2013, this was the
2014.
only map. Yeah, this was the only map that was actually played. We didn't have volcanic and um, was it Ray? We didn't have all those other maps. And honestly, what I noticed from playing back then was that mid is not that big of a factor as much as it is on something like, let's say, Volcanic Islands, where there's chests all over mid. But here, mid isn't like there's a couple chests that can give you, that extra advantage. But honestly, the team that takes mid isn't guaranteed to win. Like
Yeah,
maybe on
we were
Volcanic.
talking about that, me and nerds, last stream, and like the thing is, mid is a very crucial part of this map, but not because of the loot, but just because, in a way, it kind of sets you up. Like this way you're able to like say, if you want to like cross, what am I saying right now? Basically, if you have mid, it's a good skill point advantage. So it's like you have mid, you can basically choose. You can like wall up. You can go to like any of the islands. You know what I mean? So it's not
Hmm.
necessarily a good middle point. It's not a crucial place for items, but more of a crucial place for, say, just for skill and like holding it captive. But it is very important nonetheless. I mean,
Yeah,
it may not have
and
good
some,
loot, but
yeah, and something to touch on this map, in fact, is actually if you go ahead and take a look at Dauntless's island. I'm not sure if the other island's doing it, but actually the other island is not doing it. If you look at Dauntless Island, they have their wooden blocks stacked up 3 high, and apparently this is the strat that you need for this map. You cannot do too high. I'm guessing it's something to do with the snow and them spawning a little bit higher. But as you can see, like the pigs are spawning in the second block, and that's because I guess
the
of course
snow.
the snow. So if we take a look at Green Island, Minemen's Island, they are only doing 2, which I don't think they are getting the resources that Dauntless is going to get. I don't even know. I haven't seen an animal actually spawn in between these blocks yet, which means obviously they don't know like the thing that you have to switch up on this map. But for teams out there who don't know that, like here you go. I mean, you can see here Dauntless is just constantly getting animals killed and always getting mushrooms, and I don't see much from Green Team.
Very much so. I mean, I think perks to Minemen for I honestly like, even though it's not necessarily working, I have to say perks. I mean, it does seem to me that Minemen did do their homework with Iceland, knowing, or at least like with the British in general, like that, to know everything before going up against the tier one number one team of Dauntless. Uh, unfortunately, somebody from Minemen does go out and lag out, therefore making it a 10v9. Talking about that player lost before, now it is a 10v9, automatically kind of hurting,
Yeah,
rather, putting him at the
and
disadvantage.
if we're looking here, Legend Master King is also at 999 MS. If you have Lavi mod, but uh, their team is definitely at a disadvantage right now with the high MS and also losing a player. It was kind of weird how the guy went out. He said "rip" and then it was just he was gone. Like he
Yeah.
typed in chat and then he left. It was almost like he quit. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, like, but we'll
Well,
see.
even if restarts were available in this tournament, which they actually are not at this point in time, but it would have been too late anyways for a restart, as once the 5 minute mark would have hit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
unfortunately, restart's not a thing. So the game must go on. And I mean, honestly, even though they did lose a player, they still are probably able to overcome Dauntless. I mean, if they have the skills, if they have the set skills, the set strategies, and they do have that player and that armor advantage, I'm sorry, then going against an extra player in Dauntless shouldn't be that big of a deal.
yeah. Looking at their lineup now, it looks like they did lose their miner because I do remember them having 3 miners and now they only have 2. So that player was in fact a miner, meaning he could have had some
Diamonds, yeah,
diamonds, iron, a lot of ore, which could be really bad for this team now because he doesn't drop that. You can't really get that if he just lags out, which is really unfortunate. Which is why normally when I play bridges, I store my stuff in the
in
chest
the community
like most of
chest.
the time. Yeah, in the community chest. Might as well. Like you might as well just give it to your team. Diamond should be always going to the community chest unless if he was still underground, not able to get up. Uh, then obviously he wouldn't be able to do that. But if we just look over here, Dauntless, their armor right now, they are just looking right
Oh
now.
my
They are
god.
definitely in a better position right now. Right now, Mineman has only 1 diamond chest plate going, and the rest of them are full iron. While Dauntless has 3/4 on 2 people, I believe,
Three people,
and
three people, three
three
fourths,
people
and
actually.
diamond weapons as well.
Yeah, so honestly, right now it's looking pretty bad for Mineman. I would think Dauntless wouldn't go defensive here. I would think Dauntless would want to go the attacker because they are at the advantage. They obviously don't have the same amount of armor as them. Although, picking up on my men, they just got another diamond chest plate. I think they now have 3 people with a diamond chest plate. They have 3 people with a diamond chest plate and 1 person with diamond boots. So maybe great. I know how we're just talking about how mid wasn't that crucial. Maybe if they somehow took would be able to get this get in the armor advantage, or maybe even become even with
Yep.
Dauntless.
So
Hopefully.
I just want to point out real fast that the fact that this map specifically is a lot more different compared to every other map because back then the bridges wasn't just the bridges in ice. This entire
Oh
water
yeah.
area completely turned into ice, but now they did turn it to ice bridges. And there's a problem with that because as you can tell right here down below, there is no one thick one like shallow water area. So you literally have to do this diagonal transformation over to mid, which does put yourself at risk with those archers and the shooters. So this does
Yeah.
gives the archers a lot more viability in them actually trying to stop the other players. Which as you can tell right now, honestly, my man's doing perfectly fine. I mean, like, look how big they're making this Dauntless making like this diagonal horizontal thing to mid is. Like, just look how
Unfortunately,
big.
now though, look at my men. They really, I think they had the chance to build that bridge, but even though the archers were putting pressure on them, Dauntless is just going to easily be able to take mid because they didn't even build their bridge that much. I think they started and then they just kind of quit. Dauntless now retreating back to their base, it looks like. I would think Dauntless again would not play defensive here. They're at a huge advantage right now. They got mid, they have the armor advantage, they even have the player advantage. They have everything going for them right now.
One strategy that actually saw not too long ago on this map was the fact that, like, again, talking about mid and that crucial part of, like, like strategizing, like, where you can push. I mean, Dauntless has mid. They can probably use this to advantage and stop Minemen from even rotating off to that other island. I mean, they can easily at this point in time go to mid and then just make that rush over to Minemen. I mean, Minemen has like that one side of the
Yeah.
wall completely like not necessarily developed, but they at least have a wall in that area. But now the other side looks like they are doing what I said. They are gonna go that cross territory. They're gonna stop the team from even getting to that unoccupied island. Wow.
Yeah. This was really smart by Dauntless if you take a look here. This was the only island that Minemen can actually attend that would have new resources, new ores. The other island is completely across, which it looks like they are going to try to go for right now. Looks like they are crossing over from Dauntless
Oh,
Island,
same
going
thing
to
with
the
the
other,
Minemen.
and Dauntless is trying to cut them off here. Really good plays by Dauntless right here, making sure that they do not make it to another island to gain more resources.
Pretty much this 10v9 could go both ways at this point in time. I mean, you never really know what will go on. I just want to say though, I mean, like, off topic, I mean, I actually like the way Iceland's looks with the shaders pack. And somebody did ask me before, what texture pack am I using? Actually, I did. Actually,
Actually,
actually, sounds like a word in Hebrew. Actually, though,
okay.
I'm using a shaders texture pack, which I will, I guess you could say, release down below. But then the texture pack I'm using is actually made by DuckMC.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What pack are you using?
I'm using the flush.zip.
Oh yeah, that is Bane by me. I have that right here. I'm using my really old one. I'm using the one that I made like back in 2015 or
Yeah, the
I
one
don't
that you
know.
wouldn't give me.
The one that I gave no one. Well, because it has music in it, so like I
uh,
couldn't really release it. I
yeah,
mean, like I can release it without music, of course, and I can show people I do. Something about Iceland's though that they have changed since we played Grape is the bridges. The bridges are now packed ice. They're not regular ice,
yeah.
or it's part of it is, of course, but the packed ice. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it doesn't slide as much as regular ice, if I'm correct,
Yeah,
and which means it's better for PvP because before this map was honestly one of
so bad
the
to play.
more one of the more not like gameplay like good maps, I guess you can say. It was really hard to find on the ice. Every time people just slide, they'd run and like you berserker leap and then they just turn and you can't get them because they're sliding. It was really hard back then.
It really was. Now, something I want to notice real fast is the fact that honestly, my men have completely taken over the Dauntless Island, and like, look how fast they made that wall. Like, it's a very big wall in such a short amount of time. And another thing is over at Dauntless, as you can see where Ace is right now, he seems to have built a wall in between two islands. Like, that's kind
Wait.
of weird. I haven't seen that before where Ace 711 is 771. You see? Like they're
Oh,
like not entirely sure what that's about. I want to say perhaps it's to stop the teams from going over between those two
so
islands, but
so what I think what they're trying to do here, which is may not work as effectively because the walls aren't that big, is they're trying to funnel the enemy team, Minemen, to go, I guess, west on like the west road towards their island, make that left, make that right, and then go over to the other. And if they do that, Dauntless can easily cut them off. Because right now, if my men just goes straight right, they're going to hit that wall, right?
yeah.
But I don't know if that'll really stop them because you can easily mine that, you can build over it, do whatever, right? Right now, it does look like the Dauntless has them at a good joke because right now, Minemen cannot make it to any of the other islands, and Dauntless actually has control
Of
of
the
both
entire map.
islands.
Yeah,
If
the entire
if
map
they
basically.
if they if they wanted to, they could mine in two different mines and suck out the resources, give it to their
Oh, there you go.
other players.
Right there.
Oh, here we go right now.
Making
Minemen
that
actually trying
push.
to make a push. Obviously, noticing that their miners are in the mine still. I still believe they do have one player in here. I believe it's Vile. Yeah. And right now, Minemen definitely making the push.
I'm
Dauntless
going back
building
now.
their wall and now retreating back. So
This
we do see something. Oh, sorry. You can go.
these I mean like I'm just gonna say that like look how fast they're building these walls. I mean like it's not even over there. Now it's on this side as well. These they really are gonna try to funnel out this team to possibly go. I don't know. I mean, like, it seems to me that that they're corners. You see, so like it seems to me that what's happening is they want them to go straight over to where like Dauntless currently is. They're gonna go over there, take that right like a corner. You see, it's like a corner. Then they're gonna go straight over there. You're gonna take that other corner to off.
Yeah.
Hmm. I just said corner way
See,
too many times, but uh,
something to mention though, I think Dauntless is just trying to hold them here so that they will not go to any other island and that they can freely just get their own resources and get what they need for their team. And there's just nothing that the Minemen can do right now. And something to point out right now, we do see A771 on Archer, which personally I haven't seen him on much Archer. I've always seen him on Bomber, Disruptor. He's on those off-brand kits, if you know what I'm saying. Like those kits are like it's
like
like you have an impact, but it's like probably one of the biggest impacts. Like your job is like I don't know how to say it. Like Bomber and Disruptor, obviously they both like destruct, I guess. And
destruct.
yeah, and base
Bombers bomb, instructors destruct.
yeah, and I've just never seen Ace on Archer, honestly. I've never seen him play Archer. It's normally, I believe, Rave and trajectories, or yeah, I believe that's just it. But obviously, since Bomber is banned on this map and Disruptor probably won't be
That
Dauntless's best strat
as
on
viable.
this map, yeah, so I guess Ace
But
just
yeah,
hopped on the Archer.
I mean, then again, I mean, Ace has is decent at archery, but I mean, as you can tell right here in tab, Ravius is not playing for them today at this time, possibly because he wasn't able to make it.
He
No,
was
but
not.
I bet you, yeah, but I bet you Ace was he took charge of that archer kit, and if this is the case to where Ace did take that archer position, they must have. I mean, I guess you could tell they definitely do have a plan, but they very much so will have a plan. Like they probably developed this plan ahead of time, possibly before this, probably throughout the entire day, possibly yesterday, last week, any time since Iceland's was announced, to formulate this entire thing. And I think
Yeah,
that's very good to see that they actually are spending their time outside of these scrims, trying to practice and get their work done.
yeah. I mean, honestly, they obviously noticed Bomber wouldn't be a thing. They just need to develop some other strat. And I've personally seen their strat, but I don't know if they'll actually use it here.
Yes, we'll have to wait and
I'm not going
see.
to talk much about it. But
Let's not. But, but I don't know. I mean, I just think it's really funny as to how, like, just look at these walls on my man. Just look how in depth these walls are. I mean, they really are going to be waiting for a push here. Like,
yeah, who has more time right now?
as of right now,
Unless that.
Dauntless does by a
So
minute.
they so basically Minemen have to be aggressive in 9 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have a question. If you were to run disrupt on this map, could you
hmm
just like know the bridges, like if you accidentally throw an ender pearl at the bridges, will they fall? Like,
Oh,
will they like?
yeah,
Because
they would
like
fall.
now, would that lead into disqualification?
That yes. I
That
mean,
honestly sucks.
if it's that's why most people don't play Destructor on this map, like
It's kind
during
of
this
scary.
tournaments. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure if like let's just say you try to aim it at the wall, but it accidentally hits like a portion of the bridge is off, they'll count that as a warning. But if you like purposely maliciously try to like destroy the
yeah.
bridge,
And
you will
like
be
someone's
DQ'd.
chasing you or something.
Yeah.
Oh, if we
Looking at
look
my
over here,
men,
Minemen, yeah, Minemen actually running towards their island. I think they're going to try to go for the other island, or maybe they'll just camp their own island. But as we can see, our Dauntless is strat right now, just cornering them. They cannot get over to the other island.
they
They just
completely. I mean, this is honestly like such a big mistake on my men's part that they were able to get this much space for Dauntless. Like usually, it's like a half 50-50 type of thing. And in a way this still is, but Dauntless like they literally own 3 islands.
yeah.
And
I mean, they consistently own 3 islands here. Every time they move one, the Minemen they have that one island, but Dauntless has the rest. So
I mean, this is probably by far one of these types of games where it just so happens that that one team, aka my men in this situation, just didn't know what to do. I mean, like, they tried to go for mid, but then they tried to stop balance with the archery. Didn't seem to work out. And instead of pushing forward, they just kind of stood their own island. They waited too long. I don't know if it was
yeah.
like an in-game type of thing where the leader didn't really know what to do, or just the decision wasn't called. But they waited way too long, and by the time they actually knew what to do, Dauntless already had the 2 islands.
Oh, as we can see here, Dauntless is going for the other island, which I think
Look at
they're
my men. Hold
already
on.
in.
If y'all can't tell, if you look at Minemen right here, day one's going over with a pickaxe, trying to destroy this bridge, possibly for a attack. Nobody really seems to notice him at this point. I mean, you see Ace right there. Can try to fill in some holes in the wall, but does not seem to notice day one. Gonna
Yeah, noticing now that my men actually kind of made a mistake.
how so?
Even though this was definitely not really, I wouldn't even thought of this in the game, but the fact that they rotate to their own island means Dauntless can just hold and can go back into this fresh new mine and they could have got more resources. And they wouldn't have been able to do that, I don't think, before if they were
What?
over at
Hold on.
Dauntless's
Oh
old
my God!
island.
I even see that. Look, day one's actually did go over. We were talking about him staying over the side. Day one's actually went over and killed Ace. Oh my
Oh
God!
my gosh, I didn't see that.
Me
Wait,
neither.
were you?
I know. I was looking at the walls. I was talking about them. We
Yeah.
completely remind them. Oh my God! We were talking about how Day One was over here trying to mind his way, and nobody saw him.
This
Nobody
is this
actually
is
saw
this is
him.
what I've been saying about Bridges the whole time. I feel like some teams really do like to stall it out. And when you do aggressive plays like that, and if you just get a simple pick like that, you can be in my man's position almost every game where you make the game even or maybe you give yourself an advantage. Those aggressive plays will win games. And now looking here, Dauntless, I guess you can say getting a little bit scared. I think they're going to play a little bit defensive here now. I think now that they notice that it's a 9v9, although they have the armor advantage, Dauntless may stay defensive now.
That was quite the play. I mean, I was thinking, I was like, when is he gonna make a push? I didn't even realize. I saw him. If you look at the stream, I saw him use that berserker leap to get out of that wall. Did not really get that kill though. I mean, very good on my man's part. I mean, the fact that day ones was able to actually get that far and get the kill, as you can see right here, day one's still over there trying to go again. Look how far he is away. Look
Is
how
he a
look.
berserker?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I saw him go up.
Yes, yes, yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah. But I saw him jump, unless he was hacking. But yeah. But oh my God. This definitely really does show
So
just the fact
rotating is a short pause. One person. So if one
the
person
majority team,
attacks one person,
the majority team
that
must
I
move
don't
in
know,
order to
dude.
pause the
I
timer.
think I think. Nah, I'm not going to talk about the rules. But in that situation, the fact that they got a kill shouldn't that count as aggression?
One block to
I
the left.
I don't know.
It seems to me that they not really understand what to do. Hold on, I'll quickly just tell them real fast. I'll just say you must either push or rotate islands to pause the timer.
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
After 15 minutes, you'll be given a non-stop 5-minute timer that will provide you time
Yeah,
to.
it's just stuff. Look at day one right now, completely demolishing this wall right here. Seems to me that their plan did not go as smoothly. I mean, possibly Ace was the one who had it all, in a way, communicated up, but Ace died, and next thing you know, right now, here it is right now with just the wall, like this whole idea just completely trashed. They're now just gonna go for this humongous wall over on this island over here.
Issue with Dauntless now, though, they had the better, I guess you can say, advantage. As we could see, they own 3 islands, right?
Yep.
Now they're playing defensive, and they're just letting day ones just like sit over here. He was just breaking the wall. Like right now, Minemen can actually go for a push just to go to a different island. They don't have to sit where they are anymore because Dauntless is just being too defensive. They aren't as spread as they were. Obviously, they're scared because I guess they paid the price of being spread, as we could see in the kill by days one on Ace. So I don't know what the plan of attack will be here. Actually, we can see now Minemen's making the
Making a
free push,
push.
as I was saying,
Gonna pause that
making the
timer right now. Good for them. I just want to say. Oh, sorry. Um, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Oh no, I wasn't talking. What?
Oh, sorry. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to say real fast that I mean, like, they are letting my men just get that push. I mean, my men is slowly making their way over, and it seems like they're using the walls against them, the walls that they built for this trap, for this, I guess you could say, this funneling system to their own use. I mean, now Minemen here has this whole island section off. This has kind of changed now. This has been rotated off to where Dauntless had 3 islands, Minemen had one, to where now Minemen have all 3 islands, and Dauntless is just stuck in their little base. I think they got way too scared off the fact that Ace died, and they're gonna let that at the very end. Oh my God,
I mean, if we do look at Dauntless, though, they have such a huge advantage. Look at
oh for
everyone's
sure.
armor.
Yeah, I
They
know they
they are
definitely do.
almost all of them are 3/4. Actually, I'm pretty sure one of them is not. Actually, I think now we see everyone is at least 3/4. They have gotten their whole team stacked up. No one's actually full diamond, but that's actually good. Everyone's tanky. I don't know how Dauntless could lose here, honestly. Just the armor advantage, unless if Mineman pulls some really good plays, knocking them into water or something. There's no way I don't feel like that they can win in a melee fight.
Yeah. Now, I was super fast. Day ones, I mean, he just made another push off into the Dauntless wall. Honestly, he's kind of reminding me of Magikarp splashes from Aspiring,
Oh
with just the way he's
no.
playing, with just the way he's playing. I mean, like he's playing very risky, very free loosey. What?
I'm
Very
pretty sure everyone wants to be Magikarp now, so I mean I wouldn't be surprised if I see a berserker play like him.
no, I mean very much so. I mean, just the way that like he's playing, very much seems like he's going in, trying to get that kills, trying to like, go only when the time is right. Then he goes way back down.
Yeah.
And
So Magikarp getting that pick for them though was, or not Magic. Oh my gosh! Wow, great, thanks. Day one's getting that pick on Ace is actually right now. Dauntless, they are they're just playing so defensive. I would not
expect this to
see
happen.
why they
Yeah,
because they are although they lost their one of their players, an archer.
I think what's
They
happening
have
is they
such good
know.
armor.
I think what's happening is like this is the timer. This is gonna be another game where the timer is definitely gonna be playing a huge part in this game. I think at this point they're just gonna be waiting for my men to try to push them out. I mean, only problem is Dauntless has 2 minutes. My men have a minute 30. This all it really takes as of right now is like Dauntless kind of stuck. So unless Dauntless makes a quick move over to the island, all this team has to do, Minemen, is just rotate off to another island for a couple seconds, and that timer pauses. So I mean, they definitely have the advantage right now with this happening. As Duck talking
Yeah.
about Overwatch.
No, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I gotta focus on the game. They're just talking about Overwatch, and I was like, let me hop in. They're talking about the new hero, but
Oh, there you go, my man. A push towards Dauntless. This is gonna be
wait,
happening
wait,
right now.
wait. Look at day one. Look at day one. He is going around the other side, going for the flank, going to try to backstab them. It looks like maybe when their team pushes, he will leap in, and it looks like he is. It looks like he's going to try to get the
Yes.
jump on them.
Oh my god.
This is honestly, if Days One somehow gets
This. He has even a kill. This
a,
is the big successful.
a kill, I don't know what he can really do here with his lack of armor and
But
their high armor, but maybe there's something he can do because actually, if we look over here, AJ is always going to be spread apart from his team, and
always
AJ
trying to get
actually
that push.
battling the Archer right now.
Yeah, always AJ's Amar trajectories. It's always gonna be that type of he'll always be that type of person that's like since he's the archer, he's always gonna try to get that extra angle away from the team to where he can hurt them, but he's not hurting the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And just
this
that
is
always happens. Oh, he's always on the move, always just trying to get those shots right there.
Yeah, this is where Minemen definitely should not be fighting because right now Dauntless just has better armor. What when they trade hits like that, there's nothing that's going to happen. They're just going to lose their health, use their soups. Dauntless isn't going to basically use anything. Days One actually giving up his location now, so there's not going to be a big sneak attack or something like that coming from him. But as we can see, our Minemen still going for the hit trading, which I just don't see why they would. Wait, they may be actually mining below. This is weird strat.
Very much so. I mean, I honestly at this point you can see that nice fire arrow coming through. I don't even know how fire came into. Oh, that's just a particle. Whoops.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
particle.
I was wondering. I was like, what? I was like, how is that happening on this map? But
AJ
uh,
putting a lot of pressure on them right now, actually rotating again,
very much
and
so. Look at day one,
there's
back up top, waiting for that perfect moment to strike. Honestly, a lot of resemblance to measure up splashes and aspiring. I mean, just always up
no.
there, always on the move, trying to get that
Who was
hit.
that? Who was that other player? That was the Berserker, who was like one of the last people. I think it started with an A. But right now we should probably just focus on the
Yeah.
fight right now. Looks like there's going to be a small little fight here. Looks like one of them's getting caught out. This is not looking very good for Minemen. It looks like
Dauntless,
Dauntless
Dauntless
definitely
getting a
destroying
rush
in
on
the
them.
fight right
Oh
now.
my god. Completely pushing them out. Don't know why Minemen would try to do that. I got all of that actually. Very nice. And next thing you know, it's 91. And guess who's the last one alive? Oh, just kidding. It's Ziffy. That it was day
It's
ones.
iffy. It
Ziffy.
would have been days once, and he would
And
have
he
one
falls
v
into the water.
nine, and he falls.
He
It
is
looks like Dauntless is just going to corner him here. And he's running into the mines. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Is he like going to try to make a trap, which I think is not allowed.
not allowed at all. Trying to
Very
block himself off, trying to hide himself with all his cobblestone.
I
Not
don't
not
know.
necessarily too good.
This isn't really
Apparently they're
a
asking for a
good use of
1v1.
time.
Come up for 1v1s, they're asking.
This is
Red
really.
Rover. They're asking for a Red Rover. 1v1 Dauntless versus Zippy. Last
Oh my
person
gosh!
alive.
If they should actually do this, like they should actually do this, it would be so funny.
Yes,
It
actually will.
like if it
They're
actually goes
actually
on.
building an arena. They're building an arena for the 1v1 right now. They are building an arena for the 1v1. They're building
Dude,
an arena. This
oh
honestly
my
is so
gosh!
funny. This is the fact that they're doing this. Let me see if he's actually going up. Is he actually?
I
He's
hope they don't
actually
actually
making
try.
his way up. Zippy will go up for the 1v1s. Oh my god.
Meepo.
Meepo, come on, man. Actually
Just
gonna go.
let him go, dude. I actually want to see the one who's going first. Yo,
Oh my
put
god.
AJ in there.
Oh my god. Zippy, Taco Dolls. Like, looks like they could actually give him some armor to prepare up. Going against Chasey Michael right here. Oh my god. This is actually going to happen right now.
Oh,
1v1s
oh,
against Zippy. Can I PvP trajectories? There you go. Zippy calling out his opponents. Will trajectories accept? He says, yeah. Trajectories versus Zippy. 1v1 arena.
wait, cross teaming is allowed? What? I can fight. Can I? Whoa,
Oh my
whoa!
god.
Calling him out. Calling out Chasey.
Oh.
Oh no, he's fighting trajectories. They gave him armor too. They
This
gave him just
is.
like to make it even. All right, let's see what's gonna happen here, boys.
I'm gonna
This is
invite
gonna be kind of
Ace to the
funny. Yo,
call.
I can't. AJ is 100% going to die this.
I know. Hey, Amar trajectories. I mean, don't know what's happening right now.
Oh my gosh, this is funny. This is really funny. This is this is actually kind of legendary. They're going to save Loader for the end. Like if he somehow makes it all the way through, or maybe if he kills two people, they're sending in like Jack. Maybe they'll all like gang him. If he
Yeah.
like kills actually one person.
This is
Oh,
actually
oh,
happening right now.
trajectories.
Trajectories versus Zippy. Zippy getting some hits on
Trajectories
Trajectories.
actually losing.
Oh my
Oh no.
god. No,
Oh,
his Zippy
what?
getting the combo. Oh, combo 1-2. Oh my god. This is happening right now.
I
Zippy
don't
versus
think
Trajectories.
Zippy has any soups. I think Trajectories is gonna win this.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Zippy kills Trajectories. GG.
1v9,
No, no,
1v9,
no.
do it. Stop, stop.
This is
He's like, please.